Hey guys, you read that right. I went grocery shopping within 48 hours of having my leg cut off. Um, was that the wisest decision? I don't know. The doctors didn't say I couldn't, in all fairness. So I went in for an amputation on Friday, and then by Sunday, I had pretty much all of my pain under control, which was awesome. The one main factor that they said, in order to leave the hospital, you have to have your pain managed through only oral medication. So I couldn't be taking anything like, under my skin with the needle or anything like that. Everything went well post-op, except my pain was a little crazy for the first day or two, but that kind of leveled out on day 3 or 4. I would say compared to my burns, if my burns were like a 10 out of 10, for the first few days would be about like a 6 or a 7 when I was at the hospital. And then, I don't know, for me personally, everybody would have a different experience with this. By like day 4 or 5, I tapered down. I was on hardly any pain meds, and I went from like a 6 spiking to a 7, 8, down to like honestly a solid 2 or 3, which I'm very thankful for. It could be a very different story. A lot of people tend to have phantom pain like right off the bat, and I don't know if I've experienced any yet. I've definitely experienced some pretty wild phantom sensations. Some of the weirdest ones for me personally are like, I know exactly where my leg should be. So I know this looks a little weird. It's like I still have that depth perception, like I feel like I would stub my toe on something, or I feel like my leg, if I lean forward, is sinking into the floor. It's really strange. So for me personally, since I was born with club foot and I had a fixed ankle before, any of the fire or the amputation, all my nerves were mapped to how my foot was. So the front of my residual limb still feels like the back of my leg, because they took my calf muscle and then they basically like folded it over so that I would have some cushion underneath. So oftentimes I still feel like my toes, they feel like overcrowded, or they're really itchy or tingly, and I can't bend my foot at all. And I feel like I can wiggle my toes like as much as I used to be able to, which is super weird. So in my mind, I try to bend my foot and it still won't allow me to. Like, I can't imagine myself pointing my toe. It's really strange. So after 48 hours, the hospital discharged me. Everything was good. I wasn't really bleeding or anything, and my pain was pretty manageable. They brought in some people from physiotherapy, and they showed me how to like go up the stairs and stuff with my crutches. They just made sure that I was comfortable doing everything I would have to do day to day, and then they sent me on my way. So my wife came and picked me up, and we drove from Charlottetown back to Summerside, where I live, and that's about a 45-minute drive, an hour, if it's snowy. And we ended up going to Superstore, and it was packed. There was a ton of people in there, to the point that there was like, I was in one of those motorized scooter things, and some lady just bumped into me with her cart, not once, but like 2 times in a row, and I'm just sitting still trying to kind of stay off to the side, out of the way. But anyway, it is what it is. I didn't say anything. After Superstore, my wife and I went to the pharmacy so that I could fill my prescriptions, and I almost slipped like 3 times. So once in the parking lot and then twice in the store itself. Luckily, I was able to catch myself, and I've got pretty good balance on just my left leg. But it was close. It was scary. So I took it extra careful after that. And I even invested in like some weightlifting gloves just for the friction and the padding on the crutches. So 6 days post-op, it was really cool. I got to go and get my first dressing change. So I went in, I met my prosthetist that I'm going to be working with, and a couple other people on the physiotherapy team there. And they all seem like really great people. I'm really excited to get to know them and spend some more time there whenever I'm getting fitted for my prosthetic. So that should be in like 2 or 3 months. Anyway, we'll see. Could be a little sooner, could be a little later, depending on how my healing goes. So they had a look at the incision, and I got a little bit of footage of that. My doctor... Ooh. Sorry, I'm getting a phantom sensation right now. It feels like someone's poking me in the side of my foot with like a really hot needle. Oh, okay, sorry. The doctor said that my incision was looking really good, and it was really clean, no signs of infection or anything. I got some footage of that. Oh, holy smoke. And Gabe, he's a super nice guy. He taught me how to wrap my leg with tensor bandages. All right, I'm going to warn you now, for anybody with a weak stomach, please skip ahead or click off of this video, because I'm going to show some footage. It's not bloody or anything. It's just more weird. So I was able to record whenever they took down my bandages, and I actually got some really good footage of my residual limb without anything on it. And I think it looks super cool, but like I said, it's really weird, so you've been warned, okay? This is it. Alright, if you're still here, you're weird enough to want to see this. Hey, his initials. Got his signature. Whew. Yeah, I can feel the pressure like filling up.
Kind of expanding, yeah. Just gonna get rid of this.
Crazy. A little bit of blood there.
Hi. I'm just gonna steal a sticker because we're gonna get Gabrielle from physical medicine to come up and see you, okay?
Awesome. Okay, what I might do is just grab some saline.
Give her a...
I said okay.
Okay,
No worries.
wonderful. Oh, it's stitched. Interesting. I wasn't sure if it was... It could be staples too sometimes. Wow, that's crazy. Sorry, I can lift that out and make it easier for you.
It's just that little one's tugging right there and I don't want to yank it on you.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Whoa. That's cool. It does.
Yeah, it looks great actually. Alright, then either him or whoever gets here first will pop in.
What did I tell you? Weird, right? So I'm leaving PT, and the lady behind the desk actually stops me. I'm in a wheelchair, and she said, I'm the one that commented on your Facebook post. And I was like, oh, really? And she said, yeah, I love your attitude. And I was like, oh my goodness, I know exactly who you are. So thank you, Colleen, if you're watching this video. I promised I would update you guys on my scar tissue in the last video. I hope you guys like my outfit. I couldn't decide between fisherman or Russian thug, so I met somewhere in the middle. In reality, this is one of 2 jackets that I was donated, so the other one that you saw in the last video is all ripped to shreds. This one's a little bit warmer, but it's also a woman's 3XL, so I don't wear it too often unless it's really cold, but I can see my breath in the garage right now because, you know, Canadian winter. Alright, so this is for any of you that have been around since my burn content. So this is my right hand. Still a full range of motion, which is awesome. Maybe I'll do a video later on the stretches that I did for that, but I have a scar here from my Z-plasty, which was to eliminate tension in my elbow. So I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but across my elbow there's a little line, and that would open up to like the size of a golf ball. It was absolutely no fun. So that's my right arm. My face. Sorry, I should say my right arm had 3rd degree. My face had 2nd degree. I'm a little cold, so you can kind of see the splotchiness. Can't really tell, though. I'm very lucky. So, right arm. You can see it a little bit, but not that much. So, left arm, not right arm. So, this is my leg that they took the skin from to graft my right arm and my right leg. And it looks pretty good. You can actually barely see the pigment difference anymore. It used to be bright red and angry. This was 2nd degree, and my foot, I don't know if you guys want to see that. Brr, oh my god. So my foot's a little purple on top, but all in all, not too bad for deep frying it Kentucky style. My right leg, you can't see too much right now because the tensor's covering it. Also, ignore my terrible wrap job. Started coming loose when I was prepping for this video, and I just had to do a quick little patch job to keep it together. But yeah, that is where the skin graft ended, right there. And then I still have, you can't really see it, but a little bit of burns up to almost my butt. I do still plan on putting out burn content in the future, so I managed to retrieve the corrupt files for my compression video that I did, for me like putting my compression on. I'm going to cut that down as much as I can, and then I'll try and make it into something watchable. Anyway, I don't know when I'll get that posted, but it'll probably be in the next 2 or 3 videos, I'd say. Oh, it is freezing in this garage. It is super uninsulated, and I need to get back inside. Oh. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Boop.